After 8 long years, here is the brand new Switch 2, and I have opted for the Mario Kart World bundle that was available here in the UK and throughout the world. On the side there's just some notes about what's included in the box, but let's get it unboxed and set up together. Lifting that lid, first of all we are going to see a box within a box. That's always annoying. There's always a box in a box for some reason. Now actually let's get inside to our Switch 2, and sat on top is your brand new Switch 2. The first thing you're going to notice is its larger 7.9 inch LCD display, which is an increase from 6.2 on the original, with the resolution of 1920 by 1080, so full HD resolution, offering HDR10 support as well as a variable refresh rate up to 120 Hz. And of course when using the dock you're going to get that 4K availability, nice clear branding on the back, Nintendo Switch 2, you've got that kickstand built in, so nice to have a larger display. Let's set that to the side and see what else we get in our box. One of them being is a Joy-Con. These are the new Joy-Con 2s, a lot bigger in hand as well, easier to grip, especially with my big hands here. That release switch at the back there for the new magnetic design. And of course these are a mouse as well, so you could use them as a mouse if you want to, which is really interesting. So as well as one Joy-Con, you do get two, which is great. Haven't bought any extras at the moment, so let me know what extras I could buy. So here is your blue Joy-Con here. So as I said, you can use it as a mouse, which is really interesting. So we'll see what games are available for that. Next up is our paperwork. So there's a little bit of information here. If you do have the Mario Kart World bundle, you'll have a little code there you'll need to input, as it is a virtual key now. So here is a quick start guide full of information. However, if you have any questions, drop a comment below and we'll discover it together. Next up is our HDMI cable, and we'll use this when we're using the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. The maximum resolution available is 3840 by 2160, so 4K at 60 frames per second. Also supports 120 frames per second with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 or 2560 by 1440. There are two little accessories here for your Joy-Cons, one for each. And it's a little color match here, a handheld grip, which is handy, and also these help to act as your mouse supports. So as I said, you can use your Joy-Con as a mouse. Clicking from the bottom, and then you're able to use this as a mouse. There's a little button near the top where you're able to push in and release your accessory. And of course, if there's not one, there's two. So you've got the other one for your other Joy-Con. Lifting the packaging away, let's see what we get underneath. So first up, here in the UK, we need a 3-pin plug. So this is our 3-pin plug, and it has a USB-C connection. We have a lithium-ion battery, which is 5,220 millionth hour. Will last between 2 and 6.5 hours, depending on what the game you're playing, and takes 3 hours to charge. Next up is your handy USB-C cable, which you'll need for charging. So this will charge your Switch 2 and then charge the Joy-Cons as well when connected to your Switch. USB-C, which means it's universal, easy to do. You have a couple of USB-C ports as well, one on the bottom and one on the top, to able to connect your Switch in different options that you choose. Also provided is a little handy Joy-Con grip. You're able to put your Joy-Cons into this grip and use it as a bit of a handheld, or you could buy a controller which is sold separately. I'll be linking everything down below and adding it all to my Amazon wish list as well, so you can see what I'm going to purchase in the future. These click in magnetically, easy, and there you go, you've got a bit of a handheld controller there. Then finally in the box is our Nintendo Switch 2 docking station. So you're able to dock your Switch to then connect automatically to your TV. So again, branded with the Nintendo Switch 2. Two USB-A's on the side for accessories. So this could include the new chat camera. And removing the back panel shows your HDMI, your LAN connection, and also a service port. Taking a closer look at our Joy-Con grip here, there are easy release options for each of your Joy-Cons. There's a little button on the back and you're able to remove these. And what we're going to do now is connect it to our Nintendo Switch. So we're able to go through the setup process. So I did use the original Switch, but I didn't actually own one for a very long period of time. The options available here, you've got different controls, and of course each person could use one Joy-Con, such as the Mario Kart World. These connect on magnetically, a solid connection as well, and you can use that button on the back of your Joy-Con to release. So there's a little button there that releases them. There's a little bit of give as well, just in case one get pulled. You don't want to pull it off, but try to use that button to release. And again, same with our other Joy-Con here. You've got your buttons. You do have your new chat feature, so you can press that button and begin a chat, or even use the new camera. So taking a look along the top, we've got our power button and our volume keys. You then have built-in microphone with noise cancellation, your fan system, USB-C, there's a headphone out as well, so you can have surround sound via headphones. Then you have your game cartridge slots. At the bottom, you've got your USB-C, your kickback stand, and then also inside that is your express micro SD card option. From an accessibility point of view, one little thing I've noticed here is the power button is slightly indented compared to the volume keys. So let's power on our new Nintendo Switch 2. We get to see the display for the first time. Really bright as well. Got a bit of a light going on, so it's actually really bright. And let's go through the setup stage together. So first off is selecting your language. So there's no accessibility settings to choose from. We're going to choose English, and then we're going to select Europe. We have our terms and conditions that we need to agree to. So let's agree to those. Then it's connecting our Wi-Fi. So you can connect your Wi-Fi if you wish, or you could dock your Nintendo Switch and use the LAN connection available via the dock. Find your Wi-Fi connection and then just tap away, and then you can add your password in. Once added in, it's going to do a software update and just check everything. Select your time zone and then your gaming style, so different playing styles, different options to use wherever you want to use them, on the go or at home. So we are actually looking here about kicking the stand back, but we're going to jump in and actually connect it to our TV. So just jump into the living room here where it's actually going to be its main place in the household. Simply just align it up when pushing down and it automatically connects in, which is really nice, not too fiddly at all. The TV auto detected and switched straight away, and it shows the components used for connecting to your TV. We've already skipped this stage as we've connected all of our cables, so still actually using this over Wi-Fi, but it just shows you a little bit of a setup process here. And again, if there's any questions, please drop a comment, as I'm more than happy to help. So we had success there. And then using our Joy-Cons, we could use that Joy-Con grip if we wish to, or I've actually got them in my hands behind the camera. So there was a system update, which I've just done. And then also you move on to the option of actually transferring from your original Nintendo Switch to the new one. So actually I'm not in that position. This shows a little step-by-step guide, or there's a QR code there, but I'm going to say don't copy as I don't need to. Next step is setting up a profile, so I want to know who you are. If you have a Nintendo Switch account, you're able to connect to this, and it's recommended you do because it will pull through all of your information and your Nintendo eShop purchases. To scan this QR code with a camera on a mobile phone or tablet and set up your account, which I did, and then select your character and then simply add your name. You can choose this option to add more characters as well if you want to. So if you've got more people in your family, simply just carry on and add new characters. One great thing here is parental controls. Of course, the Nintendo Switch is aimed towards people a lot younger than me, but I still enjoy my gaming at my age approaching 40. But there are options here for parental controls. Again, scan the QR code and you can download the app from the iOS App Store or Google Play Store. It's not for me though, so I'm absolutely okay. And as I said, there is the option of a micro SD card up to 2 terabytes, which is incredible. This sits under the back of your Nintendo Switch 2, where the kickstand is. Make sure you do have an express micro SD card though for the best performance. And then setup complete, basically press the home button on your Joy-Con and welcome to your Nintendo Switch 2. So that is it. That is the unboxing and the setup process. There's one thing left to do, and that is of course download my game. So to do that, you need to head to the Nintendo eShop, go all the way down to the bottom where it says redeem. And remember that little bit of paper that had a code on it for your Mario Kart World. Just grab that, input the code. Once that's done, you'll get your game then able to download. And it's a virtual key that downloads the game for you and adds to your console. Of course, there's game sharing and there's a lot of other features that we'll go through. But all I want to say is thanks for watching. I've hoped you really enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or queries, please leave a comment below. And for me, Ricky, enjoy gaming if you've got the brand new Switch 2.